Erika. We're going to be checking out CORTIS' What You Want conceptual performance film. So we're getting another one of these. I just think it's gonna be like another performance, like just like a music video type of thing. The one for Go was really fun. But like I get why they call it like conceptual performance film. We'll see how it goes around this way. I mean, it's only our second time with one of these videos and our second time checking out the group, so we're gonna probably, I don't know if it's gonna be a better look at choreography or not. We'll see, but it's gonna be an opportunity to hear another track from them, which has me excited to sort of see more what their sound is. They are another self-producing group, which is really cool, especially to hear that after Go that they did that themselves. I'm like, okay, I see what we're cooking with here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into CORTIS' What You Want. Let's go. Okay. Oh, look, we love pastels. Oh, they have tracks? Oh. The conveyor belt things. Treadmills, that's what they're called. Same, bestie. A little more angsty, I like it. A song like a teen like Nirvana. I like them a lot, bro. They're good. Oh. Okay. They're something else, aren't they? This is like so different. It's so cool though. Like it's kind of like what we saw with like the Go video about being this like steady cam, one take sort of scenario with the performance and the choreography running like in between, like the way the blocking, how do we say it? Like the way the camera is sort of, it's okay, I'm trying to like figure out how to word it properly to where it makes sense. But they have like this steady cam sort of concept for their performance films, which again, I get why it's conceptual performance film, because it's like, it's not full performance all the time, because the way the camera's working, it's sort of forcing them to run around through this really cool blocking. that was really dope. Like, it's crazy because not only are you choreographing the song, but then you're choreographing the song with the camera movements. I don't know which is the more important one, the camera or the choreography yet, but we'll figure it out. But I do like it because they have like really cool energy that I think really works for something like this, even if it's not like me necessarily, like, I think they're good at dancing. Like, they got that. Like, what they do is like really cool, and I think like there's like enough that I've seen from like Go and this one to see them as like being good performers. And I think that's the thing, is like it's performance, like, rather than seeing like choreography and like judging that. Like, they have good energy that I think can bring out like a really good performance, versus like I guess normal K-pop groups is like choreography, that's a performance. But then there's the other side of performance, which is the performer part of it, which I think they're showcasing really, really well. Super cool. I love the video. I love their sort of one take style. I think it's really dope, and going around and the blocking of everything is so cool. It is so tricky to plan those though, but the thing is, like, the times I've been around it, it's like in between like regular, like, one take stuff that's happening in a TV show or a movie, right? So we're not always doing these one take scenes. We may dedicate a whole day to doing, well, did we? I don't even remember. Let me think. I don't think we dedicated the whole day to just shooting. Maybe we did. Well, no, it was the one take stuff and then the coverage of it. But like when you're doing like a one take like this, like it takes forever. You have to plan out everything, and it's like crazy. Like specifically for that one take, one of the last projects I worked on, that was oof. Like normally, like no, that was like a walk and talk. That doesn't really count. Well, like it was like steady cam, but it was like a walk and talk. So walk and talks are a little bit different than like one take scenarios like this. I'm trying to think of the last one I worked on. So we did like, there was like, it was stunt rehearsal for that, and then we rehearsed it with the camera, and then we actually shot it, and then those were all 3 separate days with 3 separate instances of what was happening. So it could take a long time to like figure out how to plan it, how to block it, where they're moving, how the camera's moving with it, what is being done there. And there are people where it's their like specialty, so that makes sense. But it can be quite tricky to do a one take, and I think like the reason why it's kind of hard to do one takes on set is like if it's not, you know, it takes more to set up, and then you have to also take into account other stuff you're filming. So it's sort of that's a much more technical aspect of it we don't gotta get into, but just know it can be tricky as fuck, but also really cool like this. And then it just takes into so much account blocking and choreography and what is being performed when, and it's like you're doing like camera moves probably on counts with the choreography, and you sort of, everybody has to hit their mark and move to their place. But then you also throw in like the treadmills on top of that. I said conveyor belt, I couldn't think of treadmill, off the top of the dome, which is just like really cool, and how they used it, and they used it how it was like blocked out was really cool. And then what was the treadmill budget for this? Like honestly, that was probably the most expensive part. Maybe other than the camera. Well, if you only have one camera, well, we're not getting technical with it. You don't want me to go on the technical tangent, okay? You don't want that over here. That's not what you're here for. But I thought the use of the treadmills was really cool and really clever how they used it, but also like how each one is like a different setup that's going around that has them set up differently, that they can do really different things in there, versus just kind of like having them in one spot and you're limited to that, but sort of having them be very much available in different setups. Like they're all in a circle there, or they're all lined up with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some on the side and stuff. Like they're able to do really cool stuff, but then they get off the treadmills and then they perform with that as well, which is really cool. And I think the track is so cool. Like it's sort of based off like Go. I think to me, like I feel like their concept is very youthful, but like a different side of it that I guess we're normally used to seeing in K-pop. Like it's normally just like, I don't know, like there's like, I don't know, the youthful ones, they tend to be more cutesy or concepts. But like with them, it's like, it's so different. They sort of remind me of like back in the day BTS and their sort of, and like when you think like Spine Breaker and stuff and how that pertains to like the more youthfulness. Like they're a little bit more angsty with it, and I really like it. I think the track is really cool. Them kind of tapping into like rock and like alternative and maybe even like grunge a little bit. I don't know. I mean, they said like Nirvana, so I was thinking, I'm like, is it very grungy? I don't know. But it's really cool to sort of hear like, I don't know, it's a really dope track too as well that I think is really well done. But like sort of how they're developing their sound I think is really cool as well. Like I like Go a lot, but I think I like What You Want a lot more. Just because she's a little emo girl. But I think it's really cool to hear them take on the genre like this and then even write the song in the way that they did is like really cool. And then even with the K-pop that we've seen with the rock influence, very few have done metal and it's heart shattering. But them kind of leaning more like heavier into it within like the emotions and like the concept and the sound, I think is really well done. And it's very much like they're like representatives of like the youth and like teenage ways and like angsty teen. I don't know, this one's a little bit more angsty, which is interesting that they're wearing the pastel outfits. But they're pretty, they're cute. But it is interesting though that like even though they're in like pastel colors, it doesn't take away as much from the concept. It's just like an interesting choice, but it almost has like nothing to do with it. But yeah, so I don't know, they definitely feel like what they're doing is very much for like what the music that they're doing, the concepts that they're doing, what they're singing about, what they're rapping about is much more reflective on like what they're going through and like what like teenagers are also like going through. And I love that about them. I think that's like so cool that they're doing it because they have really cool concepts. And even though it's a conceptual performance film and it's not like concept like you think like music video concept, set design or whatever, it's like the concept of the song and stuff like that. I don't know, just feels so much more reflective of them in like a youthful sort of way. Like they're sort of doing stuff that they care about, stuff that they feel, you know. And I think that's just like so cool. It does remind me of, again, BTS back in the day, how that was what they were doing too. Like they were just making music and songs reflective of what their experiences were and things that they were going through and stuff that, yeah, I don't know, that was relatable to them because then it makes it relatable to other people. And even though I'm very much not a teenager anymore, I can appreciate it and I can like that they tap into that, because even if you are doing like teenage angst and you're kind of getting into a little more of those emotions, they're still like universal, because then you can look back on it and be just like, yeah, I remember feeling like that. Or maybe I'm feeling angsty as an adult, okay, let me live. But they're really cool. Like they are gonna like I feel like we got it with Go, but sort of getting like a second video, a second track, seeing a second performance from them, you're like, oh no, they're gonna be different. Like there's something here that is so insanely crazy that it's like we don't even know it yet. Like, but we know they're gonna be crazy big because they're having great relatable concepts, they're having great sound as well, like incredible production, doing several different genres, but like really cool different performances. Like they're just hitting so different, but you know, it's just like cooking with, you just know, girl. You just know. Like remember like New Jeans back in the day when it was like attention, you're just like, girl, like what do we have here? Like they have something special to them, and I'm sort of happy to sort of see this so early on in their career, but also sort of be a part of the beginning. Go to put your thoughts in the comments down below what you thought about Cortis's What You Want conceptual performance film. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. Want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. Want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, threads in the description down below. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Ghost of Tsushima, so if you can join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Going under